everyone wake up. We're getting ready to go into our final series today. It's a lower bracket matchup. It's Digital Chaos going against Liquid here. I'm back at the panel now with Lumi and Merlini. Gentlemen, welcome. We're getting ready to see one team go home and one team continue through the gauntlet here. So how are we feeling right now? So it's a best of one. We got to remember that. Anyone can win.
USA. Can we just start that?
I don't think that's going to work here too well.
All right, okay. I gave it a try.
Give it a try. So what do you think, Ben? Will dreams continue, or is it disband confirmed here for Digital Chaos?
DC must be ecstatic to be here, though.
Oh, yeah.
You could tell, like, after the group stage, they were like, yes, you know, everyone was pretty happy and high spirits. They did not expect to make it out of the group stage.
No, I mean, this is the thing. Now, the draft is actually underway, so we can hop into that in a second, but you can't forget, Digital Chaos, huge underdogs in this, without question. And it's not based on skill. It's the fact that they didn't qualify for this event. It was due to Cloud9 not being able to make it, so they were able to step in, and they're going to be going at it with a stand-in. Yawar, what many consider maybe their star player, the star Pupstar player, has been replaced with Ush. Now, going into the group stage, they started like underdogs. They had a subliminal 0-2 against Secret, then a 0-2 against LGD, but suddenly things started to come together. Even against eHome, they managed to pull out a win, and then when they went against Fnatic, they got that 2-0 push that put them here into the lower bracket. And now it's a best of one. This is their chance to stay alive, and maybe they will be the Cinderella story. But in the other corner, we have Liquid, a team that many teams have been fearing and have been highly touting, but the problem is they seem to be able to go really far in a lot of these qualifiers, but they end up choking a bit there at the end. So it's kind of hard to say, really, who's going to be able to come out on top. Most people would say that Liquid are the favorites, but really, I could almost see this being a coin flip.
I mean, Liquids are definitely the favorite, but to me, I think if I'm in Team Liquid shoes, I'm somewhat afraid. This is a best of one, so anything could happen, and more importantly, Slaughter is, I think, DC's favorite pick, and very, very comfort pick. Boba's been playing amazingly on this hero, and first pick for them, and I think they're happy with the position they're in right now.
On the note of Boba, I want to say a fun little storyline is that we get to see TC and Boba go against their former franchise in Liquid there. Probably nothing they're thinking about a lot, but I thought that was a fun little quirk. They're going to be following up that Slardar pick with the Queen of Pain, and then, of course, Liquid opened up with Shadow Fiend, Winter Wyvern. It's formidable, doesn't give too much away as far as how they want to dictate the game. What do you think, Ben, about the early start to this draft?
I'm a little surprised to not see the Ember picked up. Digital Chaos didn't seem to have too much success with it, and Team Liquid are probably pretty hesitant to pick it because of the Slardar. I think he's actually pretty good versus the Ember if you get an early Blink Dagger. Shadow Fiend, somewhat, you can take that away from Digital Chaos, but also really good on the side that they're on. Winter Wyvern's a natural counter for the Slardar, although he can't really blow people up without damage on his own team.
Yeah, I think Matumba Man is very good on the Ember, so if it's not banned out in the second phase, I think they can pick it up. Another one of Matumba's really good hero is the Slark, and we do see players like CTY really showing good effects of it, especially against Slark. You could debuff that amp damage, you could attack him from the side, and of course, kind of destroying all of his stuns and whatnot. So we'll see if that's a hero that Team Liquid will turn to.
Yeah, that will also kind of give us an idea as far as where Liquid want to take this game. Slark doesn't really offer a lot on top of the team fight where Shadow Fiend and Wyvern have, but maybe it's something they kind of want to consider in having that more powerful late game potential there. But we'd have to see if Digital Chaos would be able to punish him with that bit of greed. Bans are coming out now from DC. They're rid of the Lich, followed up with a Juggernaut ban here. Feel a bit peculiar about that one. Doesn't seem like the tried and true. It's not an easy go on the Ember Spirit like we would normally expect from Liquid here. And Liquid ban out the AA. Is that raising a flag for anyone that maybe they want to try to creep something in like that ALK or any sort of heavy sustain to go with their lineup?
It's just decent versus the Winter Wyvern, and they have exceptionally good team fight with the Queen of Pain Slaughter and the AA. That's something that you don't really want to play up against, and Shadow Fiend with a BKB is still going to die regardless. I don't really think it gives that much away. I'm more surprised to see Dazzle still left in the pool. I think it would work really well on Liquid, and if they don't want to take it, they should probably ban it out pretty soon. Also works really well with Slardar, but Digital Chaos just looking to blow people up instantly.
I think the only hesitation with Dazzle, and they do pick it up, and the weakness of this draft right now is you do really lack lockdown. Queen of Pain, and let's say if DC picks an Ember Spirit now, suddenly you have two very mobile cores, and Wyvern does have the Winter's Curse, which you could use once in a while, but Dazzle provides absolutely no lockdown. Same thing with Shadow Fiend. So we'll see if that's the route that Digital Chaos will take, or we're going to see a different route. A hero that AOE 2000 really enjoys playing is the Skywrath Mage. We see him kind of use it to counter the Winter Wyvern quite a bit, as the Cold Embrace will not protect you against that Mystic Flare. And of course, the silence is great against Dazzle as well.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Something else they also like to reach for, which is, only something we've been seeing lately from a lot of the Western teams, is the Bane.
Yep.
Spirit Breaker, though, how can you forget him? The linebacker, still available in the pool, and it does look like DC are going to be picking it up here. So, Spirit Breaker against Shadow Fiend. Merlini, I imagine DC got to be happy about that and being able to build that pressure, but they do have these nice 2 defensive supports. Does this mean now Team Liquid are going to have to delegate one of these supports to kind of be buddy-buddy with the Shadow Fiend now?
Shadow Fiend can just play passively. He's on the Radiant side, so you're not too worried about it. If you're on Dire, I think you do, but Radiant, it's like, you can just kind of double raise out the wave and make sure that you have eyes on the Spirit Breaker at least, but you can kind of alleviate that by going, aggro with Dazzle +1, Dazzle Bristle, maybe something like that. But I don't know what they're tending to.
I think that Team Liquid should look towards to is the Clockwork. It's one of Mind Control's best hero. I talked about how they really need some kind of lockdown and initiation. Sure, the cogs are maybe not the best against Spirit Breaker, but definitely very good against Slardar. The mana burn aspect also taking away Slardar's very limited mana pool, and the 4-staff plays are still fresh in our minds, in my opinion. I just want to see Mind Control Clock. That's why
I agree that the Lockward's great, and if you're also looking for lockdown and maybe a 4-staff candidate, why not a Bat Rider? It's something Liquid have pulled out before. It hasn't really seen the light of day as of recent, and Clockwork's been kind of the top priority grab. Bat Rider hangs in his shadow, but we'll see if maybe Team Liquid pull out something funky here. And okay, that's funky enough. Necro, but he grabbed up now by Team Liquid. So I guess that gives an idea why maybe the AA was banned.
Necrophos is pretty easy to focus down with Dart. Focus down with Slardar, though. He really needs a mech early on in the game. Now you have like 2 kind of mech carriers, and both of them need armor versus Slardar. And yeah, they kind of pick casual Necrophos fairly often. I would say way more than most teams. You usually see it in tandem with a Wisp, but it's so-so. It's been met with sometimes it just gets dumped on in the mid game. Sometimes it actually works out really, really well with a Reaper Scythe, but it's not super great versus DC's lineup, especially versus Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, Matumba Man, though, is very good with the Necrophos. I think coming into the LAN event, he has some stat line like 24, 6, and 2. Like the guy gets kills, he doesn't get assists. He's very good with the Chaos Reaper Scythe, which, that's what you tend to do. But like you said, the concern is that if you don't have a big weave up, that amp damage is really going to shred through Necrophos, Winter Wyvern, these kind of squishy intelligence heroes.
Man, if they had something like a Silencer, they could just zerg down to Necrophos every time in the team fight. The problem is they have to deal with the Dazzle as well as the Winter Wyvern, his defensive capabilities versus Necrophos. So I like the Necrophos partner with a Winter Wyvern, though. You need some heroes to just make sure that he gets his spells off during a team fight.
It just feels like so much heal and so much sustain on the side of Liquid. Is it them going to be playing more of a farm up, and then eventually they look to come together and just kind of, I don't want to go as far as to say death ball, but definitely look to play as a big cohesive unit and start pushing for objectives and take advantage of all that sustain?
This lineup doesn't really work if you're split off around the map. Necrophos is just so weak off by itself, and you're not going to be able to split push that much anyways versus Spirit Breaker and a Slardar, and maybe if Queen gets a Orchid, it's going to be extremely tough. So, you gotta stick together, make your lineup work, and have these 2 supports sit behind your cores.
So then we must like this pick for DC then. Gyrocopter, who loves to see teams who like to stick together, a call down right on top of their heads, and they might be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, I think coming into the event, Gyrocopter isn't really on top of anybody's radar as a kind of a stable carry, but as we saw today, Isama on that Gyro, just huge call down, one after another in the early stage of the game. And like you said, Team Liquid wants to come together, but a good call down will seal the deal. I'd like to see DC actually look to Disruptor as maybe a final pick. The kinetic feel, and more importantly, something that Ben touched on is silence against these healers. You drop a good static storm on top, it doesn't matter how much you can heal if you're silenced, and kind of finish things through with the crush, with the call down, and whatnot.
I was going to casually say that maybe they could always still reach for maybe a Wisp to go along with the Gyrocopter, but then I fear that you do have that Winter Wyvern on the other side, and Wyvern's known as pretty good counter to something like a Wisp. So yeah, I agree that, something like a Disruptor would be nice, and as you said before, maybe even that's, Skywrath Mage also offers the silence and some hefty burst. But it's Team Liquid now looking for their 5th and final grab, and it's going to be the Earthshaker here. So,
Off-lane Shaker.
Yeah, off-lane Shaker. It's been a while.
The Shaker's a good pickup here, though. They really lacked in some way to start off the team fight. You don't want to rely on Winter Wyvern Ultimate or even a Blink Reaper if you don't have that much burst to follow up. Earthshaker kind of fits that bill, and yet another protective hero for the Necrophos. Digital Chaos, they can easily draft one more team fighter support and Team Liquid would just easily lose out. BKBs are not in the team fights.
This is their only way of stopping a Spirit Breaker charge. I mean, I guess you
10
could curse him, but
seconds remaining.
when you see that big cow coming in, you just fissure him up, maybe you blow him up. It's a good
5
offensive and
seconds
defensive
remaining.
capability.
What do you think about maybe a Rubik now that we see the Earthshaker grabbed up?
Reserve time.
If not going for, like a Disruptor, a Skywrath Mage. Ogre is something else that Aui's gone for if you kind of want someone else who's a bit more meatier, and maybe the Ignite could help preventing Blink initiations a bit, or just additional stun power.
I'm not sure which way their lineup's going to tend right now. They're shaping up to like have just a lot of bursts and try and blow them up before Dazzle and Winter Wyvern, but I don't know if they have enough AoE control to actually take that down, especially with the Shaker. So it's difficult. I would like to see like kind of one more team fight hero up from DC, because Team Liquid are very, very
10
likely to
seconds
group up,
remaining.
smoke around the map as 5, and take the fight to DC.
Oh my goodness! Haven't seen this guy in a while. First of Nanyang, was not an MLG. I don't even think it was at ESL 1 New York. What happened to Coddle? Oh, this is dire side.
Talk about the Chakra Magic combo here.
Is this going to be another boneless jungle keeper of the
Oh,
light?
it is? Aoi with the jungle.
He's done it
Coddle.
once before, way back at Summit. They pulled it out. Maybe he's like, hopefully they forgot about it. Now, I don't want to...
What did he get, like a 12-minute Aghanims in that game or something like that?
There is a way you could jungle farm. It's very easy to pull multiple camps, and obviously with his blast, you can farm down all of them at once.
Okay, Ben, real fast. Are Digital Chaos' lane good enough to let Coddle jungle for the first 10 minutes?
I mean, I think it kind of, you with the Spirit Breaker and a Queen of Pain and a Gyrocopter, you want to fight a lot early. You don't want a support that just kind of sits in your jungle for 10 minutes. So they might even like offensive pressure with him, although that's not really Aui's play style. But don't forget about the Mana Leak. The Mana Leak is really good versus Necrophos.
Plus that Chakra cooldown reduction is going to be pretty nice for their team. And with that said, we've hopped into the game. Let's go ahead and throw it over to our casters right now. It's ODPixel and Winter. Gentlemen, take it away.
Indeed, thank you very much, Colgar. It's myself and Winter here with a best of one between Digital Chaos and Team Liquid. And Winter, Aoi 2000 bringing the Coddle back into the meta.
Yeah, I think the Coddle's main purpose here in this game is to try to deter the 5-man that Liquid want to go for with the SF and Necro. They want to waste as much time as possible, and I think the other reason as well that the panel brought up, the Keeper of the Light is very useful versus the Necrophos with the Mana Leak. And it might actually be just the jungle Keeper of the Light that Dakota is mentioning, because they don't really have any means of punishing because they have an off-lane Earthshaker.
Okay, I mean, in terms of the other heroes as well, the fact that we've seen Matumba Man on that Necrophos, I've seen this guy do this before, and he's pretty damn good on the hero. I mean, why do you feel that they felt that Matumba Man carry Necrophos this game in particular? What's so good about it against DC's lineup?
I think they just want to be a very strong 5-man unit. They have a lot of heal in between their heroes with the Cold Embrace and the heal from the Dazzle, so they just want to push and finish the game early. And they do not want to like split up on the map because there's SB. Whoever goes on alone is going to get caught out.
Okay, I mean, this is, as we were saying before, obviously going into this game, probably slightly favoring Team Liquid overall from the public's reaction, but it's a best of one. Anything can happen.
They have a really good draft, though, honestly. I think it's 50-50.
Okay, on paper, you favor DC's draft.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright. Let's see if they can pull it off here. Have very important games. Of course, the loser of this goes home. And it's not at a stage of the tournament where they'll go home with any money either. So this is a big game for both of these teams. And well, I can imagine we're going to see a lot of action as well with the kind of lineups that they've got. With Liquid having these supports that are going to be fairly active across the map and doing their best to ensure that Matumba Man gets this farm. But then again, DC, they're going to have this very volatile lineup. The fact that we are seeing, of course, Slardar again, Bulba.
Ooh, the ward.
Yeah, straight away there. So nicely done there by Liquid. And Liquid will look to secure the top rune. They've got 4 heroes up here from DC, but it doesn't look like DC are going to be able to fight this. So Arta's going to be able to claim that one. Bottom lane Bulba will be able to find the space to get this one. Timberman trying to harass him back. So in terms of lanes, do you feel that anyone's going to come out clearly on top in terms of the laning stage, or is this fairly even across the map?
I think I'm quite worried for the Queen, though, because the Queen didn't get the bounty run. It was Slardar getting the bounty run, and Fata did get his usual start on the mid laner. He gets his bounty run, so I think this matchup is going to be quite tough for the Queen of Pain right now. Queen of Pain is supposed to win this matchup, but right now he doesn't have the bounty run, and SF has the bounty run.
Okay, and already in the middle lane, we're going to see Jerax hanging around on the Winter Wyvern just to make the early days harder for us here in terms of getting that initial CS and making sure that Fata can get those first stacks in the Necromastery so he can get an easier time CSing in lane. And with the top lane, the off lane Earthshaker that Mind Control's bringing into this match, should he have a final time up at getting XP, or do you feel that Spirit Breaker Biryu, of course, playing it, is going to be able to do enough to scare him, or is he going to feel quite comfortable?
He's going to get experience, but the problem is like Aoi is going to get free farm in the jungle. That's the biggest issue that I think Liquid cannot solve right now. Their lineup doesn't allow them to contest or try to gank the Keeper of the Light.
And we can already see as well, Aoi getting those double stacks.
And this is going to be a really fast axe from the Keeper of the Light this game. It's going to be a game changer, Owen, because they are going to be hard pressed to push the towers when the Keeper of Light has a really, really quick axe this game.
Yeah, I mean, as they were saying, Aoi before, we've seen him to get the likes of like a 12-minute axe. In terms of kind of contesting this Kotl's farm, do you think we'll see Liquid do anything in kind of getting into the dire jungle and trying to stop what Aoi does here in the early portions, or do they just kind of have to let him do it at this point?
I mean, at this point, I don't think they can do much, but maybe later into the game when SF is level 7, you can try to smoke the SF and try to steal the stacks. But right now, I don't think Liquid can do much about it.
They're still in the middle at the moment. Usher's been able to find an even amount of CS here too, the Shadow Fiend. He's trading hits here with Jerax as he uses the Arctic Burn to harass. And bottom lane, Kuroki just forcing Boba back there with the Poison Touch. Boba's actually going to come back in here, just going to cancel the clarity here on the Dazzle. But creating the space here for Matuma Man to find that farm that he needs here on this Necrophos. Mid lane, oh jeez, Ush getting incredibly low there.
Yeah, he's having a really tough time now. Without getting the Bounty Rune, and the Wyvern is there to help the SF all the time. I don't think the Queen of Pain will be able to pressure the SF too much anymore from now on.
Yeah, Jerax is, I mean, we sometimes see kind of the supports come to mid for the early portion and then leave the lane, but Jerax has been very resilient in this, and I think it's because he wants to kind of make these journeys maybe every now and then into the jungle to just check up on how Aoi is progressing.
Yeah, I guess this is the drawback because they have a jungling Keeper of the Light, so one support is not dedicated to help the mid lane. So right now they're going to try to help him by charging down Jerax here.
Well, let's see what they can do at the back of this here. Aoi's a little bit far away. He doesn't have the mana here for the Illuminate. Usher's turning in as well.
No, he should be fine.
Yeah, got the Arctic Burn to escape it. So a bit of wasted time here for Biryu, but at the same time, of course, it's the support of Liquid Jerax that's having to hang around as well. So both teams coming off fairly all right. The fact that Matuma Man's been given this space down bottom because Bulba did go for a rotation towards the mid lane. I mean, at what point does Matuma Man kind of leave his lane? And what kind of items do you think we'll expect to see him pick up on this Necro this game?
I think when you get level 7, you start to leave the lane and you give the lane to the supports. Because at that point, you can jungle fairly efficiently. And maybe even look to make a rotation to actually gank with your first Reaper Scythe. I think those are the timings that Liquid are going to look to go for.
And meanwhile, Aoi still continuing to get these stacks up in the jungle. He's level 3 at the moment. He's got those mangoes going as well, and top lane's just going to be very charging back up it into mind control. I'll move TC in. Can't really take him down. Too many creeps to tank up the rocket barrage.
He's too far out though. There was no way they were able to get that trigger.
I mean, would you say this kind of passiveness, the fact that we're 3.5 minutes in, no one's died yet, is favouring a specific team, or do both of them kind of revel?
I think it's a trade-off though. DC has a jungling Keeper of the Light, but at the same time, because they have the jungling Keeper of the Light, the other two lanes are suffering. The Slaughter and the Queen of Pain are not doing so well in their lane space. You look at the CS on the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain has 9 CS. SF has 21 CS.
That's crazy. If he charges mind control, Biryu, I'll say thank you for the root. Just got to try and ward this off. Mind control will be there with
nice
Fisher. And all the body blocks here. Lang Fata to get in for the raises. They should be able to find this one and they'll let it go to Fata. First blood there for the Shadow Fiend. Very nicely set up by mind control. Brilliant bit of play there from the side of Liquid, and now we were talking already about the fact that this Shadow Fiend was getting very far ahead in lane. Now he's got first blood under his belt, and also at the same time stacks are being created here for Vata. So this is a pretty good start here for Liquid in the mid lane, to say the least.
Yeah, I wonder if they're actually going to go for the mech on the Shadow Fiend this game or the Necro first, because usually Matuma Man goes for a Midas. Oh, here comes the stacks. If he gets the stack, this is going to be really big for Liquid.
Yeah, there's going to be a charge coming in. And yeah, he's just going to try and take them out of the nose of Al. We'll see if he gets anything with the Illuminator. He'll get a couple. Now with the charge, they can kill Fate, but Jerax is there. He does have a cold embrace. The burst has already come out with the magical damage. But they're going to continue to chase it. Jerax. Oh, the Illuminator! Oh, he comes through there. Jerax with cold embrace. There's 4 heroes on him. He's in a lot of trouble. I don't think he gets out of this one.
Man, they're committing to protect their stacks, Owen. They're really protecting their stacks. And top lane TC got a solo kill on the Earthshaker.
My goodness. We were saying how that big kill there, the big first blood, was great for
Radiant's
Liquid, but
top
finding
tower
3
is under
kills in
attack.
quick succession off the back of it, DC are going to be very, very happy with that one. And I guess that's the problem. When you go up into the jungle with the Wyvern backing you up, you just can't save him with the Cold Embrace because of the burst damage from the Illuminate.
Yeah,
You're
because
pretty much
you could see
useless.
Jirax wanting to cold
Yeah.
embrace him, but then he realized that it's not going to be helping him at all. But I felt like they needed to make that rotation, but they had to have more numbers of heroes around there. Like 2 heroes running into the jungle, they have Spirit Breaker, so they always have that +1 coming in instantly to help them in the jungle. But it was the right idea. They realized the Keeper of Light needed to be stopped.
But at the end of the day, you know, they give
Dyer's
Aoi.
middle tower
They have to get the ward
wall
down in the jungle right now, I think.
Oh. Okay, Biri just positioning himself on the side. Mind control, yeah, he's found himself level 5 here. Compare that to Bulba's progression, level 5 as well.
So
Ah,
Jirax places the ward here. They still want to steal the jungle stacks, but it's already cleared out. So SF is not going to find much here. There's a double stack here.
And the question is, do the side of DC go and contest this? The vision from Liquid's very nice around this point, so they'll see instantly if DC start to make a move into their own jungle.
Radiant's
Looks like they'll
middle
stick to the
tower
lanes
is
here,
under
realize that
attack.
they're just going to have to let Liquid get away with this move.
I think they did their damage really. They stole some of the stacks. I mean, they didn't steal all of it, but it still slows down the Keeper of Light by healing.
Wowie! Oh no, walking into Fada gets the 2 raises here. The slow from the Arctic Bone will be enough with that increased range on Jirax, and as a second kill straight away with the TP out. They don't want to leave any chance for a return kill coming on the side of DC.
Oh no, Father has an Invis rune.
Ush, dancing with death here in the mid lane. It's pretty scary. Level 7 at the moment on Fata. Level 6 on Ush, but it's still the CS difference that's pretty sizable. Bottom lane, Matuma Man moving in onto
Bottom lane.
Bulba.
Gyro's keeping bottom lane.
Okay, this could be a big fight if they can follow through with the Charo. We've got TC coming in, but he has got the cooldown, but it looks like, yeah, Liquid are going to play it safe.
He came a little too late though. The charge was, either he came too late or the charge was too early there. They needed to time both of the heroes to arrive at the same time so they can actually get that kill. But they're going to try to smoke to salvage the TP from the Gyro, try to make something happen here. They do not want to waste the TP from the Gyro.
Oh, Bulba looking to set something up with the crush. He's going to find it. Charge in from Biryu here. They're going to need a few bashes from Bulba if they want to get this kill. TC is going to be a cooldown, and the Cold Embrace is not going to save Matuma Man. The Shallow Grave from Kuroki might get it out just in time here. He hasn't got enough mana here for the heal. He'll turn around with the right clicks, trying to do what he can with the bashes there from Biryu. They won't lose Bulba, they won't lose Biryu. And TC, no, he can't quite find Jirax. Jirax with the jukes. TC's desperately looking for him here, but he's not going to be able to go the right way. Now he's got to go on the retreat here. Fada just getting the punches in onto the Gyrocopter. TC will be all right. So DC do get away with that bit of play, 2 for 1. A little bit unfortunate for them that they couldn't find Jirax as well, but nonetheless, DC coming out on top there.
Man, I have to say, well done for DC. After they wasted the TP there, they tried to salvage it by making the smoke, and they got 2 big kills from that, the Dazzle and the Necro.
Oh, if Ush finds the courier here, no, he's not going to hang around long enough. And
They're going to try to go on Fata here. They have Sonic Wave, and the Queen of Pain is nearby with the FB charging in.
they're going to leave him be for the time being. Fata just going to back up, and he's going to probably clear out these stacks pretty soon. He doesn't want to leave any chance of DC
Radiant's
making a
top
journey over
tower
here to
is
take
under
away his
attack.
own ones. So.
Yeah, I think they need to slow the pace down right now. After what happened the last few minutes, they need to wait for the mech maybe from the Shadow Fiend before they try and take any more fights.
Still a very close game at the moment between these two sides. 9 minutes in. A little bit unfortunate there with the stack. And in fact, another smoke from DC. They are constantly putting on the pressure here with this jar on the bottom
Yeah,
lane.
they want to make use of the cooldown as much as possible. Maybe even place a ward. The SB has a ward, so ideally they want to place a ward down in the jungle and get a kill if possible as well.
And here's the target, Matumba Man. He's on
Lane
his own.
ward. Yep, lane ward down, but they still do not see him.
Is he going to come out with this? No, he's playing it safe.
Yeah,
He's
he is
realising
playing it
out for
really
that.
safe. He doesn't see
Oh, they've got the
anyone
vision.
come.
They've got the
Oh,
vision
no.
from Bulba. Here's the charge through. TC going to drop down the corner. Look
Look
at
at the
TP's
TPs.
coming in. I mean, Matuma Man's getting low. He will go down, but Mike controls him with
Oh,
a
the
3-man
stun from
Fisher.
Trigger.
Getting the aftershock, sending out the heal for Kuroki. They'll kill one. They're going to poison touch onto Bulba. They'll find the Slardar as well. And getting 2 there in return. My goodness, TC was able to TP out, but losing 2 heroes for that. They do still get the kill on Matumba Man, but
At
it's a bit of a
what cost?
costly trade, yeah.
At what cost? Oh, wait. That was costly. There was no way they could have burst him down like from full to nothing
Radiant's
quickly
top
because the
tower
Queen of
is
Pain
under
wasn't there.
attack.
So that was a very, very risky maneuver from DC. They did, however, not lose the Gyro. That was the most important target. So It wasn't all bad for them, but it was still a really bad trade.
Still got a bit of vision here in the Thai jungle, the side of the Team Liquid, so keeping tabs on all the farming that's going on here for TC on his gyro. But so still 5.5k, he's 2k ahead of Ush's farm thanks to the stacks that have been created for him and the kills that he's found.
They're going to try again at bottom. Ush has an invis rune with the SB maybe going to charge in.
There we go. Let's see what they can find with this one. There's Kuroki hiding in the sidelines, but with the charge onto mind control, there's Volva and Ush ready to go now. Looks like they're just going to hang around. He's still got this invis.
Man, the Queen of Pain has so far not been able to even use one of his Sonic Blade. Oh,
was hoping to catch out the Breaker there. And the Breaker smartly cancels his TP. We'll see what Bree is able to do now. He's making movement back towards the mid lane. Top lane, Kuroki's found his level 6 here on the Dazzle. He's just going to head back into the jungle, continue to keep his farm up. He's got the Buckler. And that is going to be, yeah, the completed mech now for this Shadowfiend. So 11 minutes in, not a bad timing at all.
Time to fight for Liquid with this mech. They want to make sure that they actually push some towers before the Keeper of Light gets his agony. Then it will be extremely difficult for them to push towers. They need to make whatever time they have right now to take as much towers as they can.
And here we go in the mid. Barton Jerax just trying to take down the tier 1. She's still hanging around. Owie, she got a TP into the mid lane here.
Yeah, he wants to defend the tower. You should always have the Keeper of Light here ready before the push comes, so you actually waste their time. So it was a really good move from DC there, realizing that Liquid are committing 3 heroes at least to push the tower, and they rotate Aoi in to actually make sure that they defend the tower.
Yeah, and at the moment, yeah, lots of heroes from the side of Liquid hanging mid. Just seeing if anything kicks off. It's not going to be the case.
He's going to try to deny the tower. Maybe not.
Okay. SF will get the last hit there. Let's see, bottom lane at the same time. Volva getting the push on here with TC. Just clearing out the wave.
Denied.
Top lane, Matsumama is looking for Biryu. Biryu's on his own at the moment. And I apologize, I just this off. God damn it. There we go. That's right, you're not getting me anymore. There we go. Thank you very much, Carl.
Over. Please.
Bottom lane, I'll get the tower here. There's not going to be any reaction here from Liquid for that one. Liquid themselves, they're looking to try and get the tier 1 up top. Still very hanging around. He's trying to find that level 6 here to get that Nether Strike online, and then he might be able to do a little bit more in these fights. Mind
Maybe
control.
the Roshan, like this is like the classic trade. If Raiden tries to push the tier 1 at top, Daya with Slada can actually go for the Rosh right away. This would be a really good trade-off for DC.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Let's see if they can go for it. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god, they realize what's going on.
Okay.
Okay.
I think they may have rumbled DC. That's the ground here. They're playing it safe.
Once again, it's a really good read again by DC. They understand that they do not want to take a 5-on-5 fight against Liquid, and out of the pit, very disciplined play. And they continue to farm the other lanes. They have Biryu pushing top, Aoi pushing bottom, and Ush clearing out the mid lane as well. So they're using the map much better right now, where Liquid is just constantly 5-manning. This is what you want to do against Liquid. Push out the other lanes and just use the map much more efficiently with your heroes.
And Aoi, he's been doing pretty well in the farm department. It's not 12 minutes, but it's going to be fairly close around the corner.
This
Third
is
highest.
really early, dude.
Yeah, he's...
And
This is the
look
Aoi
at the
call.
network farm. He's even more farm than the Queen. Or even, at least.
Mind control, well on his way towards that Blink Dagger. He's going to have that fairly shortly. It's going to be pretty big for these engagements in terms of turning them around. But with 40 minutes in, the overall graph difference, it's got to be close. And yeah, pretty much bang on 0 at the moment. No one breaking away at this point. It's just the fact, really, the difference being that Liquid, they've got more invested just purely on this SF. Whereas, of course, for the side of DC, the fact that Aoi's taking up a lot of the farm, but with that item pickup, once he gets it, it's going to be pretty good against the side, and very good for the side of DC, because they've got heroes that are looking to jump straight into the front of the fights, and if they have that vision in daytime, it's going to make it that easier to catch Liquid out.
They need to rely on mind control. Like you have, when you're pushing, you have to send some hero behind to kill the keeper first. That's the most ideal situation you want to have. Like if you're trying to push it when the keeper is defending, you're going to be wasting a lot of time. And it's going to be daytime fairly soon. Keeper of the Light with the Aghanim's is going to come online.
Dyer's top tower has fallen.
Here we go, Bulba. He's nearly got the cash. 15 minutes in here for the offlane Slaughter. That's a big pick up.
Now the game begins for DC. They have the
Yeah.
Blink and the Aghanims on the Keeper of the Light. This is where their lineup starts to come alive.
Bottom lane, Bulba sprinting himself away, but
Just
there we
the
go
dagger.
with the
He has
Winter's
to buy his
Curse.
dagger. Oh no, he didn't buy his dagger.
Oh, that is unfortunate there for Bulba. He must have been very, very close. Did he have? He actually had the money for it.
Yeah, he actually had the
Damn.
money. Maybe he was considering getting the 4-star. Sometimes you see players go for the 4-star first because Slada has mana problems if you don't really have a lot of farm.
Oh, she's going to walk into... Oh, the juice! They should be able to blink away in a couple of seconds later. No, look at this. Okay, with the slam on the heel. Very nicely done there by the side of Liquid.
Oh my God,
No
this-
chance for the quad to escape from that one.
Suddenly 2 big pickoffs by Liquid there. DC lost so much in that exchange. The blink is just, oh my God, it's so crucial. He has to farm a little more if he still wants to go for the blink. But 4-star could also be something that he's considering right now. But either way, the Slada has been put, like, severely delayed this game. His core items are severely delayed.
Yeah, he's still going to have it fairly shortly though at the moment. He's just playing it safe, keeping to his own jungle. There we go. We'll see what he's able to do with it and see if he is able to catch Liquid off guard.
He needs to wait for Ash. Like,
Been denied.
Queen of Pain is by far the biggest damage output right now, so if he's looking to smoke, he should go with the Queen all the time.
As we can see as well, talking about the Blink Dagger mind control, very close to grabbing his own. And this is the go time. Let's see if they're able to catch them.
It's daytime as well. Keeper of the Light will provide them the vision needed for them to make the necessary initiations when they actually find someone alone.
Here we go, sprinting straight in here. Not going to find anyone in the actual jungle
They
itself.
might actually find the Necrophos here. SB might drop a ward. Oh, he's going to drop a ward here instead of a deeper ward. But they might still find a Soma Man along
Yep.
the way. Oh,
Here we go, it's the go time. Bulba jumps in with the crush. They'll have the charge as well with the Amplify melting through Matumba Man.
even the recall as well.
CC gets the kill. Cooldown now. Fair enough. Up to 2. Kuroki gets the Grave off. Vata gets the Requiem off from the sidelines, but Kuroki held in place by the Crush. They'll get a double kill here for TC, and they're looking for more. The TP now coming in from Mind Control on the Shaker. Has it got Echo Slam? Illuminate from Aoi, hitting multiple heroes. They'll get a return of Ryu, but now with the Winter's Curse holding TC in place. There's going to be the Sonic Wave flying through. Ush just cleaning up in the Found 3 in the moment with a Rocket Barrage. They'll get Jax as well. Mega kill streak for TC. A 1-for-4 trade favoring the side of Digital Chaos, and Liquid just throwing heroes at them in the mid lane.
Man, it was just all about the vision. Are we giving the vision there to win them the team fight? And the Queen of Pain Sonic Wave hitting on 3 heroes there. Well played by DC. And Mind Control, even he had a blink, but he didn't have his Echo Slam ready for that fight.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, that was really important. I mean, an Echo Slam could have certainly turned that around, but DC playing that very smartly. And yeah, as you said, just to resonate that point, having that Aghanims at this timing and going for action like that, they just don't expect it.
It's going to be really difficult for Liquid to take a fight right now during daytime. They have to wait for at least nighttime and try to maybe make a smoke play. And DC's next objective is obviously going to be Roshan. I think if they can actually secure the Roshan for their team, maybe put the Aegis on Ash, I think they are looking really good to close out this game.
Yeah, Ush closing in on that Orchid hit. And we were still yet to really see Matumba Man find anything here with this Necro. He has died 3 times. He's been involved in 4 kills, but yet to see the big Reapers come down. He has hit level 11. And has the slightly more effective ult. They're just playing it safer at the moment, DC.
Yeah, they're just trying to split Liquid up so that they can actually farm more and find a timing to go for Roshan. That's their immediate next objective. They got all the
Control.
Tier 1 towers. Oh, Aoi.
They got the follow-up here, they'll get the slow on as well. Mind Control moving forward here with the Enchant Tone. There's no tier 1, so Aoi, it looks like he may go down here. Yeah. Oh! Okay. Mind Control will take that
That is
one.
actually worth it, Owen. That is actually worth it. A big spell cooldown use, and you just lose the support. Yeah, at the end of the day, you take that trade. The other heroes are farming all the other lanes. They're pushing mid, they're pushing top. So far, this is getting more of the man. Oh, here comes the
Matumba Man
Reaper
just
Slice.
going for it. All right. Very nicely done by the man. It's going to be a retaliation here from DC. Matumba Man maybe needs to be careful. Bumper jumps in with a crush on to 2. The cooldown coming in as well. TC on the silent, but Matumba Man, he just heals up, turns around, and Bulba, he's just going to get taken down by Kuroki as they turn up to the fight, and a nice reaction there from Liquid.
Wow. That was some overextension there by DC. There was no way they could have gotten that kill. He was so near his tier 2 tower. Backup could have came at any time there, so that was such a risky play from DC.
I mean, this game at the moment, back and forth between these two sides. It's so close, Winter.
You know, it's like an emotional decision. You just lost a hero and you feel like, oh damn, we made a mistake. We want to recover by making a play. So the decision was felt like it was like a very forced decision that they wanted to get something in return after losing 2 heroes.
Not very.
Nighttime. Time for Liquid to make a move.
Okay, that's the charge down here. Matumba Man says, I'll jump on that. He knows Peru's not going to have a charge for 9 seconds. He's still a little bit
Fine.
speedy.
There's no Reaper's Hive.
Yeah, he can't go for that at the moment. Mind controlling correctly, a little bit too far away. They're going to go for this.
Yeah, nighttime. This is a time where Liquid should try to find a fight.
Let's see what Fada can do.
Oh, they see the gyro.
Oh, DC need to be so careful
This
here.
could be big.
And Fada can set this up from the high ground. Now he's getting himself up with the Fisher. Onto 2 across the fight. TC gets blown up. Aoi will be able to save himself, but Liquid getting the kill that they were after. 50 seconds off the map here for that gyrocopter. And they might just found Aoi. Aoi hanging around. Okay, double kill for Fada then. I mean, what was the plan there from Aoi?
I'm not sure, Owen. I'm really not sure. So right now, Liquid are the ones that are going into the Roshan pit. How things have turned just in 1 minute.
Back and forth, as I was saying, and Liquid, I think they take this. DC 2 heroes down. They can't really contest this, and even if they tried to, mind control, he's got the Echo back up in 10. Gonna see Bulba coming in.
They have to try to be more defensive during like nighttime. When they do not have vision on the Keeper of Light. Keeper of Light has so much net worth that you want to fight during the daytime, or every aggressive move you make, you have to make during daytime.
And there we have it. This is going to go the way of Liquid. To fix that up. 3.1k now on top of the S&Y as well. And then looking for Bulba. Caught out by the Winter's Curse. Mind control moves in with a vision. Oh, he's going to be dead for a long time. 76 seconds at 22 minutes in. Incredibly painful for Bulba. One of the key playmakers here for the side of Digital Chaos. It might not be done yet as well. Fata moving in on the mid lane. He's got the backup. They still have that Echo here, so Mind Control would love to jump in if anyone comes forward on the side of DC.
He's going to be targeting the Keeper of the Light as much as he can when his team is pushing. That is the key target that they want to take out before they actually push the tower. If Mind Control can actually find him.
And here we have it. The damage here from Fata pretty significant, 22 minutes in, and they should be able to find this tier 2. Not a lot that DC can do with Slaughter out for 40 seconds, and trying to defend 4v5 isn't going to be a whole lot of fun. We see a BKB coming around the corner here for Rush. Not a lot yet on Viryu. They still can rely on his disruptive charges across the fights to allow them to set up multiple heroes, Sonic Waves, Illuminates, and cooldowns.
And right now, DC just has to keep splitting and just buying time for their items to come. Like without the BKBs from the Queen and the Gyro, it's going to be extremely difficult for them to take a fight. And the Gyro has went for a very, very greedy build, Helm of Dominator and an SMY. So his BKB is not going to come anytime soon. That is actually very worrisome.
Yeah, especially if Liquid keep up with this kind of frequency of fights that they're forcing on DC. They're stepping up the tempo of this game.
They have another item on Fata right now. If he wants to go for either a BKB or maybe just Skadi. Or even an SMY. SMY is, sorry, not SMY, Manta Star is really good versus the M damage.
Oh, DC grouping up towards the bottom. I think they were kind of hoping that TC might have been the bait here, but no one's going to be biting it from the side of Liquid. Mind controlling Kuroki, sticking it safe in the jungle. You got Fata pushing up the... You agree with this This. Oh, hey, we got sound. Yes.
we got sound.
We're back. Oh,
Dire's top
beautiful.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's right. Illidan must have popped his ult on the silencer from the back lines. Looks like he bought the axe. But we're back in.
So right now with the Skadi being picked up by Fata, they want to be as aggressive as possible. They want to push, they want to take the towers. Aegis is like 2 minutes before it expires.
Yeah, and we can see Fata as well in terms of farm, hitting up to 15k. He's a good 4k above the Gyrocopter. And as you said, the fact that TC really needs that BKB before he's able to go toe-to-toe with some of these heroes.
There's no way they take a fight without a BKB. And the next thing that Liquid wants to get is also the gem to remove the vision that DC has. So that would be on the menu after they take the tower.
Oh, coming in. Jarek's just going to tickle him away there with the
Dire's
Arctic Burn.
tower is
Top
under
lane,
attack.
Fata going to put on the pressure here with the damage. They'll make short work here with this tier 2. So another tower off the map for DC.
Dire's top
And they've got to be a little bit careful now, because if the fight does come out, as you said, it's going to be hard for DC to react.
Yeah. They have to try and just get any pickups they can when they're speed pushing. There's no way they can take a direct fight. Kuroki is the hero that's alone at bottom lane. Let's see whether DC can actually get a pick off here.
Here comes Birio with the train. It's
She's
actually going to be
coming in.
leading. Okay, straight away onto Kuroki. Boulder just jumps in with the crush. They didn't even need the Spirit Breaker. So that'll be Kuroki off for 40 seconds. Nice quick pick off for them. We'll see if
Radiant's
Liquid can do
bottom
anything in
tower is
return. The
under
picks are coming out. They'll start to get the slow here onto Birio. They need some kind of wraparound, but Timberman's actually backing up himself. I think he's aware that Digital Chaos are still here in full force, the full 5 of them down. They're going to have to just hang on really until Kuroki's back up.
Yep. They have the gem right now on Jerax though, so they have to remove all the vision that DC have right now. And it's daytime, so if DC wants to make a move, it's now.
And I think they might want to. Over, sprinting forward here. There's a charge onto Mind Control, jumps in with a crush. They're looking for Fata here, and without the BKB's taking a bit of it. Limit top. Now look for the Requiem, but the Sonic Wave as well. They'll get the Shadow Figure. No, the Reaper's side with the Virus. So it's a 1-for-1. TC's been held in place by the Winter's Curse here. So with Illuminate coming out from Aoi. TC being chased out by Bulba with a crush onto 2. Will allow TC to get himself out of the fight. The chase down there from Mind Control. I get silenced as well by the Orchid. They're trying to keep TC alive. Sending him back to base. Will they be able to do it? Yes!
Oh, the recall!
TC! He gets himself back to Aoi and they TP out. Aoi. Lost sound. Oh no, we're back. There we go. That's all right. Apparently I was so loud that they thought I didn't even need a microphone there, so they switched me on. But anyway, nonetheless, what a save for Aoi.
Great save from Aoi there. TC was going to go down there for sure, and without Aoi there, they would have been in a really bad position. Now, TC's going to have his BKB in a shorter period of time.
Yeah, that was big. The fact that just keeping TC on course to get it, and ooh, Bulba really wants to fight Matumba Man here with this backup for Liquid.
Oh my god,
he's got to be careful to bring us in. They bring us in, maybe they'll be able to find us, but the Glimmer Cave's taking Matumba. The Echo Song, Mind Control, double kill, blows them up. Bulba's just left behind the tree line. He's going to blink down. Can they find him here? Oh. Oh.
Arctic Burn, 5 seconds.
Oh.
The Arctic Burn, 5 seconds.
Oh. 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 Is Mind Control giving up? Yeah, he's giving up. Bulba, he'll be able to live and get himself out of that one. But nonetheless, great play from Mind Control. They're getting a huge echo into a double kill there, where DC looking a little bit too aggressively for a fight down there.
Yeah, then again, because it was nighttime, so they could not actually see how many heroes were there with the Keeper of the Light. So I was quite surprised that they actually tried to make such an aggressive play during
they've got to wait for the
nighttime.
daytime before
they have to make a move during the daytime. I can only see that happening for them. Any move they make during nighttime is just so risky.
Shivas has now been picked up here by Matumba Man on the Necro. He's level 16 as well, so this Reaper's side, I mean, at this point, if you land a good Reapers, it's going to be absolutely destroying for the side of DC.
Yeah, the Reaper's life is just going to be such a big tool when the game goes into such a stage where one kill just wins you the game. One T kill on the Queen of Pain or even TC.
I mean, if you're DC at the moment, still only halfway through the nighttime here, but coming out rather aggressively. See if they can find anything here. Just trying to get the vision and control back over this side of the map a bit. Fata is still keeping the farm up. He's a good 4.5k above that gyro in terms of net worth. Yeah. And BKB is going to be his option next. I mean, once he's got the BKB on this hero as well, it's going to be so hard for DC to take him down.
Yeah, they can't control him in the team fights once he gets the BKB, and he's super tanky right now.
I mean,
They have to make a move. Nighttime.
Oh, Shadow. That TP's not going to work. Shadow Blade from Mind Control to close the gap. Straight onto Fury and getting blown up by the physical damage there.
DC has to get out right now. They have to get out. And it's just a game where at nighttime, Liquid wants to make a move and DC wants to make a move during daytime. And during vice versa, as DC during nighttime, you do not want to lose too much during that phase. And Liquid doesn't want to lose too much during daytime. You want to make the most out of it. It's a pretty interesting game though, daytime versus nighttime.
Let's see what Liquid can do in the mid at the moment. They've got a few heroes around. Ush and Bulba are there ready with the defense. Just forcing back TC. I mean, it could all kick off. Aui's just trying to get a bit of a split push going on this bottom lane. See if he can bring back some of the side of Liquid, and it's working. We're going to see Timberman, Fata, Mind Controls step off from the mid lane. Not wanting to try and push up to high ground yet. And
Roshan is going to spawn soon, and it's going to be in favor of DC the timing because it's going to be nighttime at minute 32.
Radiant's bottom tower is
So
under attack.
Keeper of Light should be able to give them the necessary vision to maybe even contest the Roshan.
And Aui at the moment with that Force Stealth as well. We've seen already what he's been able to do, the recall, having the Force as well. Just trying to keep his feet, his team alive and saving them when they get
It's
caught
not only
out
that,
of position.
like the mana leak into Force Staff
Ah,
and
yeah.
Blinding Light. That's a really good combo. They
And
spot
here
the
we have
rush.
it. Yeah. Are they going to go straight for it? That's the question. Yeah, looks like that's the plan.
They do not have any eyes on Liquid though. That is the risky thing. They do not have the vision.
It looks like Liquid are ready for this. They realize the timing. And they're going to make a beeline straight for it. I mean, either way, we can see the side of DC
This is
keeping themselves well away from the Roche pit at this point.
it's gonna be daytime soon though, so DC will be extremely comfortable once they have the vision and the heal from the Illuminate. So DC should just be patient until the daytime kicks in.
And here we go, any second now. And it's going to be daytime. See what we can do with this bit of this period of the game. Bottom lane though, Fata, he's this pretty wave. Yeah, it's going to give it in.
This is time for them. But it's daytime though, so I think DC still has a lot of potential by spamming Illuminate if they go in the Roshan pit. They still have a really good chance of winning this fight there.
I mean, Liquid themselves, do you see them going to try for the Roshan, or do you feel they need to try and take a fight before trying for it themselves?
I mean, the safer play is always
Radiant's
to get
top
a mid
tower
off
is
first.
under attack.
So maybe they are going to look to try and get a kill before they go.
Oh, Timberman going straight onto Booyah. It's going to be the charge. Oh, the echo from Mind Control onto two. The slap onto us. Now with the Winter's Curse onto Aui. They'll find themselves another 2 heroes down. There's a buyback from us.
The Shadow Blade just allowed him to get in position for that play. Mind Control once again coming big for his team.
Yeah,
Radiant's
he's
top
had
tower
some
is
massive
under
echo
attack.
slams this game. And with 2 heroes down on DC, 40 and 50 seconds, Liquid is just going to go for the high ground here. I mean, they're going to need something big here, DC, to try and defend.
Without Keeper of the Light, how are they going to defend this?
Oh, Timberman, Boba going in with the crush, but that's straight away. The Sonic Wave comes from the side. Fighter wants to be giving them 5 Boba, then just turn to TC. There'll be a corner brace getting back up faster. Monkey moving in, he's going to find it. Kills the Gyrocopter. There'll be a buyback straight away from Bulba. But only 2 heroes alive at the moment on the side of DC. There is a buyback available for TC, but it's going to be ever so painful if he pulls it out of the bag now. He might just need to though, because they're losing the Raxes down bottom. The Arctic Burn touch onto Bulba, making sure he can't find that Blink Dagger initiation. Ush himself heading back to base. GG is actually called. Wow, straight
Mind
up.
Control, MVP.
MVP indeed. This Earthshaker, 6 kills, 11 assists and 1 death. Some game-ending echo sounds for the man, and it's all too much. And Liquid stay in the competition, and DC, they will be going home.
Yeah, I just felt like DC was not patient enough during, like when they are not strong with the Keeper of the Light, when they do not have the vision.
Yeah.
They needed to play more passive instead of taking so much risk. Like the two echo slams from Mind Control just basically won his team the game.
Absolutely. A fantastic Shaker play, and all round for Liquid, pretty solid. There were a few points where we saw DC take some very nice fights. But at the end of the day, Liquid were the stronger team. And that is it. Best of 1, of course. Liquid take the win. And that is it from myself and Winter today. But we will head over to the panel to see what they've got to say about that game. We'll see you guys tomorrow from me and Winter.
OD and Winter, we're back at the panel, of course, with Lumi and Merlini. Best of 1s. Such a vicious thing. And going into this matchup, I can't help but be a little bit biased, of course, with the Carl grab. And I still feel like it was a good draft for them. They recognized that Liquid had a lineup that was going to be very defensive at the start. They didn't have any way to kind of roam into the jungle and but I know they had an idea of what was going on. Fata had gone against Aui's boneless jungle Carl before in the summit when he was on Cloud9, but what was the point that it allowed Liquid to kind of take over? Was it just mind control, finding those huge setups, and unfortunately, just DC handing over these few picks that allowed them to be grossly farmed? What was the tipping point, I guess you could say, for Liquid, Lumi?
I thought the right move for Team Liquid was to actually keep spreading pressure on the other sides of the map to create space for Kato, and that's why we saw 15-minute ags. But as they're creating pressure, we saw them actually giving away a ton of kills. We saw the multiple ban dive on the Necrolite, and they just died a couple of times. The other factor for me was that as the game went on past the 25-minute mark, Spearbreaker was not a hero at that point anymore. He ended the game at 0-9. He was just ultimately starved, and when you have 4 heroes farming, he's the one buying wards. I wish Jay just gave Barrier a little bit more space. It felt like that game he needed a BKB to kind of participate in these late game fights, and obviously he didn't have time or space to get it.
What do you think, Ben? Kind of reflect the same on that?
Yeah, I think they had some cool shenanigans with the Keeper to Light, but overall they fought a little bit too much during the nighttime. It's not like Night Stalker where you can cast darkness on command. You can't make it light time. So you have to kind of take it slow, get a gem, take down the vision, and then during the nighttime you have to use your recall a lot more and go for kind of sneaky picks instead of relying too much on being able to outvision them in team fights. So they lost the picks. They lost that Ancient fight that I thought was pretty brutal, and then the Roshan. They lost way too much around that 22-minute mark.
Yeah. Now, what do we think from what we saw from Liquid? Do we think they're going to be able to make it out from this dirty little best-of-1 gauntlet? There was a little bit of a struggle there at the start, but they seem like they're well and composed. They do have kind of a tough task coming up next. This means that they are going to be going against virtus.pro. Do we see Liquid being able to make it out from these best-of-1s and into that lower bracket
I think
panel?
they look like slightly weak in this, but it's a best-of-1, and they had to deal with the last pick, Keeper to Light. In best-of-1, you get first pick once, and then that's it, right? You don't go for the back and forth. So it was difficult for them to kind of cope with that, and they made it work. I think they'll do pretty well versus virtus.pro. virtus.pro, I hope they'll bounce back from the performance they had today, though.
It's definitely a very different in terms of playstyle. VP kind of come at you with aggression, whereas Team Liquid normally plays very defensive with their Razor, Viper. So it's a clash of style. I think it comes down to execution, as most games of Dota do. So honestly, I don't know. I think we're going to have to show up tomorrow to watch.
Indeed. Looks like they are going to get prepped up right now for our winner's interview. But gentlemen, reflections on day number 1. I know there's a little bit of technical flub here and there, but do you think we saw some of the best Dota we're going to be seeing so far? This led off with Vici Gaming coming on top, taking out eHome. That was a bit of a surprise there. And then even before that, Secret. People are saying that now they're the favorites. And now with Liquid, what do you think? Impressions about day 1 overall before we get to hop into this interview?
Pick Gyro.
Pick Gyro?
Well, except this one, unfortunately.
The one time we didn't get to see Gyro. What about you, man?
I really like watching Vici play, and they kind of dismantled eHome. They kind of out-team fought them, and Burning really is incorporated really well into the Vici lineup. That was the big question mark for me. How well can he play? Can he play aggressively? Can he kind of fill the void that they wanted after Black left? And it seems like they've actually come together, and I'm really excited for Vici for Secret.
Yeah, me too. Looks like our interview is ready, so let's go ahead and send it to the stage right now with Shiver and our winner's interview. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Cuddle Guy. And of course, first of all, congratulations, Kuroki, and happy birthday. So after the draft was done, how was the mindset for the team, knowing what kind of Keeper of the Light would be coming? And were you confident in your draft the whole way through?
Honestly, the Caudle pick caught us by surprise. It was a really smart pick. Otherwise, we were very comfortable with our draft.
And do you feel like the nature of a best-of-1 gives you more of a chance to win with a surprise strategy?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I don't think either teams had a surprise strategy, but generally, cheese strategies work much better in best-of-1 environments.
Unless, apart from this time, seems. So, totally blackout here, but it's okay, cool. So how far do you see your team going in this tournament?
I don't know. We're a fairly new team, and we're quite inexperienced in some points of the game. I really don't know. I think we just play and try to grow as a team and just see what happens.
And at what point would you call your team like successful? If that's, even regardless of how you end up in the standings, is there anything that you would like your team to achieve as a team? Just how you want to feel when you get back?
Well, obviously we come here to win, so I don't know.
It's a difficult question.
since it's our first LAN tournament, we just get our experience, and if we win, we're gonna be happy. If we don't win, whatever.
Okay, well, thank you very much for taking the time to do this interview.
首先恭喜 Team Liquid， 然后今天也是 Kuroki 的生日，所以生日快乐。他刚刚表示，在昨天的比赛出来当中，就是他们要知道今天要打 BO1， 刚刚那个对面的光法选了个光法，对他们说其实是挺惊讶的，因为他们没有想到，但是他们也是尽力而为。因为他们是一个全新的队伍，他们这次来这比赛也是吸取经验，然后希望能做到自己的最好。
And that was it for day 1 of the Nanyang Championship. Thank you all for joining us, and we hope to see you back tomorrow for LGD versus CDEC. And we're starting again at the same time as today, and that would be 12 noon in Singaporean time. So we'll see you then.
这样，今天我们